Good morning, all. I deemed it a great honor and privilege to welcome you for self-driven activity online session on out-of-box thinking for problem solving. Let me first of all start by giving glory to Almighty God for making today's occasions a resounding success. We first thank the management for creating this wonderful platform where we able to form a forum to share our thoughts. We are grateful to our principal, Dr. Jayasudha A, who is really a guiding and constant motivating force behind our endeavor. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Ms. M.K. Kuralamudu, Assistant Professor, Department of Psychology, PSG College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. She has completed UG and PG from Bharatiyar University and additional qualifications such as specific learning disabilities, dyslexia, sign languages, and diploma in art therapy. She has much interested in general psychology, neuropsychology, social psychology, and research methodology. She has attended various training programs, international and national conference, seminar, and workshops. She was awarded the best paper in the international conference and best presenter at national level. She has numerous indexed publications. I wish you a productive and enjoyable online session. Now I welcome Ms. M.K. Kuralamudu to start the session.
Thank you so much, sir, for the warm welcome and the brief introduction.
Thanks, ma'am.
Should we start the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Morning. How's your day? Is it good or bad? Excellent, wonderful. What's your answer? How it started? You can use the chat box. Good. Okay. Nice. Okay. Before getting to this session, I just want to know whether you all are here or somewhere in other planet. Okay. So for this, we are going to do an activity. Are you all ready? If you're ready, give a thumbs up. You have one option in your Zoom. So if you're ready, give a thumbs up. Good. Good, Maria. Good, Nandana. Good, Thomas. Okay. So I'm going to give few numbers and you have to type it in the chat box. Okay. You have to repeat the same numbers in the chat box. Keep it in your hands in your chat box. I'm going to say the number. Your first number is 2285. Let me see how many of you are here. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So you all are here. Nice. So my second number is, okay. Wonderful. So my second number is 4782. Excellent, wonderful, amazing population. Good. My third number is 10079. 10079. Awesome. Excellent. Superb. So without getting any delay, let's move on to the topic. Okay, in the meantime, all of you take one paper and a pen or pencil. A paper, a pen or pencil. Once you all are ready, just let me know. Yes. So what is the reason for writing your craziest thing? How it relate to our topic? I need at least 5 answers because we are 154 in the class. Why? What is the connection between the craziest thing and out-of-box thinking? No one? Okay. So most of the time, all your craziest thinking, all your craziest decisions are more related to you're not in the box. You're completely out of all the conditions. You are ruled out all the rules and regulations, all the norms. That is what exactly every day we are trying to do. Okay, so the whole session we are going to discuss about what is problem solving, what are the out of box thinking techniques we can do, and what are the positives of doing this, and we also do few activities. Okay, so next slide. So this is a flow of our discussion. So first we'll go into introduction part and what how we'll do some activity, and in the end we go with end note. Yes, sir. Next. So this is one of a favorite quote given by Benjamin Franklin. He always tell that, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn." So most of the discussion we are doing now is going to be a experienced one. Okay, you are going to involve in this activity and you're going to learn this all the techniques. Yes, sir. Next slide. So we'll start with introduction. Before that, I have a question. You can click, sir. You can click. If you have an answer, you can raise your hand or you can use a chat box, or otherwise you can turn on your mic. Yes, sir. Next. So my question is, do you have an out of box thinking? Do you have? Yes or no? Use the chat box. At least use the chat box. Yes. Good, Sweta. Sometimes. Okay. Okay. Next slide, sir. You can click, sir, because we have few images in the picture. Yes. No? Why? So somehow you gave me some answers, right? You gave yes, you gave no, and you gave always. So how do you know this? Ma'am, yes, I have this kind of a skill or ability. Ma'am, I don't have this skill. No, ma'am, sometimes I use this skill. How do you know this? What is the scale you have to measure this? Do we have any particular scale? Do we have anything? Yes or no? It's a very simple question. You're saying always, ma'am, I'm using my out of box thinking skill, right? So, what is a measure? What is a scale? How do you know this? Gopala Krishnan, can we hear from you? Because you're saying that you always use this. It's actually the perception, huh? Okay. Malarviri, you're saying yes, no? How do you know this? You have the skill. How do you know? You're saying this because somewhere in your life you may experience that you are creative than others. You are more creative than others. Compared to others, you always take a new decisions. You always go with new alternatives. Whenever you get into a problem, you have the capacity to solve the problem easily. So that is a one measure you can use to find whether you are having an out of box skill or not. Okay, that is the answer for that. Next slide, sir. Okay, so let's move on to the introduction part. In this introduction, we have a kind of theoretical orientation. Okay, so yes, sir. So in problem solving out of box thinking, we'll discuss what is thinking. First, we'll start with what is thinking. So thinking out of the box means approaching a challenges and problems in new and innovative ways, conceptualizing problem in non-conventional ways, perceiving situations differently, and searching for non-obvious solutions. Do you have any experience related to this? Ma'am, I solved this problem in this non-conventional way. I solved this problem in a different way. Do you have anything in your day-to-day life? An experience? Very simple. I can give very simple examples. Whenever you are late for the class, you may give some innovative reasons. Someone may say, "Ma'am, I don't have petrol, full petrol. Ma'am, I missed the bus." And few people are giving more creative reasons for being late. Do you have any experience? Or did you heard anything like that? Yes? Okay. Very good. So I'm going to give one scenario. You have to give your reason. Okay. In case if you being in the scenario means what is the reason for that, right? Can I give the scenario? Okay. So you are in principal room, and the reason for being in the room is you did something wrong, but you are going to justify that you are right. What is the reason? What are the things you will say? Just think about it. You did something wrong in the college and you are in principal room. Okay. Ma'am is saying that we are going to punish you, but you don't want to get the punishment. So now you're going to use your out of box thinking, your creative skills, and what is the reason you will give? Why you did that mean? What is the reason?
Students, you may unmute and talk.
You can unmute and talk. It's very easy. Compared to using chat box, you can unmute and talk. I'm waiting to hear your wonderful voices. No one is ready. We are 230 in the class. I'm not asking any definition. Be free. என்ன தோணுதோ you can tell me. Principal roomல இருக்கீங்க, something you did wrong thing, சரியா? So ma'am வந்து உங்களை punish பண்ண போறாங்க. So what is the answer or what is the reason you will give?
Student,
என்ன punish
unmute and talk.
பண்ணாதீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்றதுக்கு.
Okay, you can unmute now.
Mom,
I'm still waiting. You have one more minute to discuss. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next slide.
ma'am,
சொல்லுங்க.
ma'am, I will convey the reason why I did that mistake, ma'am.
Maybe think about some creative way. You'll definitely convey the reason, but you don't want to get the punishment. Definitely, you don't want to get the punishment. You have to impress your principal, or somehow you have to convince your principal. What will you do?
Ma'am, I will describe what a positive thing I have did
Okay. So how
first.
much good student you are, Abdina? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Anything else? Anything else? Again, I'm saying this. We are not going to measure your intelligence. We are not measure your subject knowledge. Just a one-to-one interaction. That's all. Okay. So next slide. So double click பண்ணுங்க. ஒவ்வொன்றையும் pictures இருக்கும். Yes. Okay. So since we have a certain kind of fixed topic that is out of box thinking, we have to know what is meaning for box. Why we call this as a box? Because box is nothing but a societal conditions. It is a kind of a metaphor. For example, from the day when you born, every time whatever the things you learn, it is because of conditioning. In psychology, we have one concept called learning. Okay, in learning, we have a few theories. It starts with classical theories, classical conditioning. In this theory, what they will discuss is it is all the learnings, even your walking pattern, even the eating pattern, how you talk to others, the communication, everything you learn from others. And it is not only from others, it is also based on the condition. Okay, your parents maybe condition you to behave in certain way, or the society conditioned you to behave in a certain way, or your teachers or your friends. There are so many influences, there are so many other factors, external factors plays a vital role in learning something and fixing a behavior, or doing your thinking pattern. But in the other hand, we have one more thing called internal factors. What are these internal factors? Internal factors are nothing but your motivation towards the goal. Okay, for example, riding a bicycle. Okay, you want to learn the bicycle because why we want to learn bicycle? Because somewhere it is pleasurable, we can ride with our friends, and it is very much easy for us to reach our school or college, whatever it may be. Okay, we have some benefits to learn this riding a bicycle. Correct. So these are the two important factors. These are also based on conditions, right? Conditions on external factors, conditions on internal factor. Both the factors are called boxes. Okay, we fixed with this box. And once you want to break this box, once you want to break the rules, you have to do few other things. What are those things? Once you are breaking the rules means what are the things will happen? You are breaking some social norm, or you are breaking some social rule mean what will happen? Externally, it may fail, or it may leads to punishment. And internally, you may get guilt, or you may get some bad impression about yourself. These are the two different consequences you may face once you break the barrier. Okay, but once you break the barrier means it may not be always wrong. It may be in the good way. For example, you are starting a new business. Okay, everyone in the family, every one of your friends are saying that no, it won't be work. Okay, but anyways, you want to do that because your internal motivation is very high, and you want to do that. And now you are thinking in a very creative way. You are doing all the market analysis, all the market research, and you are starting your own business. Of course, for first few months, it may be dull. But once you know the trick, once you do hard work, once you put your 100% on the particular business, you'll definitely get a success, right? But in case if you are not taking any risk, if you are not doing anything creative, again you may fail, right? And you may not start your business, again you fall under the average people criteria. Okay, you know what is the meaning of box? Okay, next slide, sir. Okay, so what it is actually, what is a problem? What we call it as a problem, when we call it as a problem, what is the problem you have in your life? One problem. I want to know what is the problem in your life. Every time your friends are saying, every one of your family members are saying that what is the problem in you? உனக்கு என்ன பிரச்சனை இருக்கு லைஃப்ல? Everything is going good. You have a good family. You have a very good college environment. You have good friends. But still, you are saying that you have problem. So what is your problem? So I'm also asking, what is your problem? Do you have any problem in your life? In case yes, then tell me what is the problem. In case no, I want to know why you don't have any problem. Come on, we have to go few other slides. Even you can turn on your mic. You can give me the reasons. No one? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Students respond பண்ணுங்க.
Okay, fine. So no issues. So problems are nothing but it is a form of thinking in which we are confronted with a problem. And every day we solve hundreds of small problems by routine action. For example, waking up early in the morning is a problem for us. We are not having the breakfast what we actually want. That is a problem. We may not get into the bus timingly bus. That is our problem. And every day classes are going, no one is taking leave, no teacher is taking leave is our problem. And we also have assignment, that is our problem. So from the day we start till the night we go for sleep, we have problems. But how we resolve all these problems? We have solutions for this. We have a separate form of thinking pattern. Okay, in psychology, we always discuss about your cognition. Your cognitions are nothing but a combination of thinking, language, personality, memory, everything. So problem solving not only involving your thinking pattern, it is also involve your memory. It is also involve your emotion. It also include your personality. Okay, based on the personality, your problem solving skill may differ. Based on the memory you have, previous memory, previous experiences, your problem solving ability will be less or high. And again, emotion plays a huge role in problem solving, because if you have a positive emotion, you will definitely be a creative person. And in case if you are in a negative emotion, you don't want to go further investigation on any other problems, you just solve the problems in a normal way. Okay, so try to be positive always so that you can solve any problem within a minute. Next slide, sir. Okay, do you think this is a skill, out of box thinking, problem solving? Do you think it's a skill? So one more click. Do you think it's a skill? Yes, of course, it's a skill. It is not an inborn tendency. Anyone can be expert in this particular area, because we have a normal, everyone have a same kind of a brain development, right? But once you start training on the particular area, you will get an expert on this particular area. So in case if it's skill means, what are the positive things? You can easily organize the information and you can find more alternative. It also gives you energy. Okay, you will not dump any problems. So once you dump so many problems in a particular day, then it will make you tired, and you can solve every problem easily and your day will be a happiest one. So that also gives a more energy into your life. So these are the three major positives we have in case if you have the skill. In case if you don't have the skill, no issues, no worries, we can develop. The next slide, sir. Okay. Do you think it's easy? Thinking out of box, thinking creative, being creative. Do you think it's easy? It's definitely a hard one. Okay, breaking the rules is hard because sometimes we also have the tendency that we may fail. In case if it's failed, what I can do? How can I take the responsibility on this? These are the few reasons we have, and this also make this particular skill is very hard one to achieve. Next, sir. Okay. Sometimes, even though we are very creative, sometimes we don't want to get out of the box. I have few reasons for this. First of all, we want to feel safe in the box. In case if you are following a rule, maybe during your 11th and 12th standard, if, in case if you have math means there are few other ways to solve the problem. There are chances. Okay, it is not necessary that we have to follow one pattern. We have other formulas also, but we will not do that. In case in the public exam, maybe we may fail. Okay, so that is the one thing we have why we are not going out of box, and it is very safe. Everyone are doing the same thing, so I'm also doing the same thing. So I feel very safe and secure in this box. And the fee and the afraid of reputation. Sometimes if you go out of box, if you're being creative and you failed means your status in the society might reduce, your reputation might reduce. That is one reason why we are not going out of box. And the last one is we don't want to be a odd man out. We always want to being in the crowd. We always want to include in the crowd. We always want to a member of a group. Okay, so uniqueness, sometimes we feel it's special, but most of the time we don't want to be a odd man out, right? So these are the few reasons why we are not going out of box, and these are the same reason why we have to go out of box, because you all know once you break your comfort zone, you'll definitely feel high about your self-esteem. You definitely have some self-confidence. Yes, I can do this. So that is one reason why you have to go for creative problem solving things. And the second one is fear of failure. No one is succeed in their first attempt. So being in the failure path, it's okay. But one day you'll definitely reach your right one. One day you'll definitely reach your goal. That is the one reason why we have to go out of box. And the third one, afraid of reputation. Reputations are just like your ஒரு காணல் நீர் மாதிரி. It will come, and once you reach the place, it will gone, right? So reputation is, it's very temporary. So you have to break your own barriers to achieve your goals. Once you reach the goal, everyone start appraising you, right? And the last one is odd man out. You all know that you are the masterpiece, you are the unique piece. No one is just like you in this world. You are the only one unique individual in this world. Even though we have millions of people in this world, we are the only one. So being unique is always not a bad one. It is 100% a new style of living your life. So these are the reason why you have to go out of box. There are so many fields in our area. That is, we have science, arts, we have engineering. There are so many other fields. Every time whenever they are discussing about this out of box, they'll discuss in this particular own area. So here also I'm going to discuss this out of box thinking in psychological way. What are the techniques we have in out of box thinking, we have in problem solving in a psychological aspect. Okay, you can use this in your daily day-to-day life, in your problems. Every time you can use all those techniques. Next slide, sir. Yes, so let's move on to the techniques. Yes, sir. Next one. Okay. First of all, you have to know what is you are fine with what is problem. Okay, whenever you have a kind of a discrepancy between two things, you have a problem. So there are three components in this problem solving ability. The first component is present position. At present, you are in the problem state. Okay. And the second thing is end state or goal. So somehow you reach your end state and you working on your goals. That is your solution. And the third one is once you're doing the solution, you will definitely face lots of restrictions and obstacles. How are you going to solve this? That is on your hand. Okay, these are the three major components, and we have stages on problem solving. So the first step in problem solving is you have to identify what is your own problem. So maybe shall we take an example of your exam? Next month you may have your semester exam. Okay, that is your problem. And the second one is you have to generate potential solutions. Potential solutions are nothing but alternatives or a cognitive working pattern that try to solve your present position. That is what potential solution. So what are the solutions we can have in problem solving, in problem, particularly in this problem? So maybe I can say I can take leave, okay? I can take leave on particular exam, or I can get TC from our college and just go back to my home and lying on the table or lying on the bed, I can sleep. The third one, I can start studying for my exam. Okay, these are the three solutions, possible solutions I have related to this problem. And the next step is evaluation. Now I have to evaluate each and every solution I have in my hand. So for what is my first solution? I can take leave. So what is the pros and cons of this taking leave? There is no other option. Anyways, I have to write the exam even after getting leave, even after the semester, I have to write the exam. Okay, that is a one thing. And the second one is, what is my second reason? Second solution, TC. I can get TC from the college and go back to my home. What will happen? It is completely a loss for me because all these years I pay the fee, I pay some time on this particular course. So everything will be a loss. And what is the third one? I can study. Okay. So studying is always a hardest one, but we have no other option. We have to do this. And once you start studying from the day one, it is very easy for you to solve this problem. These are the third stage, evaluation stage. And the last stage is solution tried and evaluation. So now you have to try each and every solution, right? All the three solutions you have to try, and after that you have to evaluate whether it is effective or not, whether you can do this or not. You have to evaluate. So these are the four stages of problem solving. Stage one is identification of problem, stage two is generate potential solution, and the third one is evaluation, and the last one is solution tried and evaluation. Okay, yes, next slide, sir. Okay. In psychology, particularly, we have a few techniques in problem solving. Okay. So last stage we have this evaluation, right? Solution tried and evaluation. So for that we have few techniques, and it is more related to your thinking pattern and solutions, right? The first one is trial and error method. In this method, கடைக்கெல்லாம் போனோம்னா you go for trials, right? ஏதாவது clothes வாங்குனீங்கன்னா you go for trials, இல்லையா? So the same thing, you try the solution for 1 or 2 days. You try the solution, and in case if it's wrong one, if it's a biased one, you will stop doing the solution. You go with the second one. That is what trial and error method. Okay, so in this trial and error method, it is not a kind of a systematic method. Okay, in this method you will use all the possible solution, and which you will choose which one is succeed, right? And in this second method, testing the hypothesis. Testing the hypothesis, for example, uh, uh, you have one hypothesis in your mind. Maybe in case if I try this solution, it will succeed, or it may not affect this particular cause. Something you have in your mind. So somehow this testing hypothesis method is systematic one. Okay, so compared to trial and error method, this one is a kind of a easiest one, because in trial and error method you have to try each and every solution you have, but in testing hypothesis you will test the hypothesis only. You formulate specific hypothesis and you test the hypothesis. So that is what testing hypothesis. And the third one is algorithms. Algorithms are more like your computer programs. Okay, it is a fixed formulas. 100% this will not comes under out of box thinking. Okay, it's a fixed one. You have formulas. Whenever you apply the formula, you'll definitely get an answer. The solution is a very guaranteed one, and the success rate is 100%. Okay, and the next one is heuristics. Heuristics are like a general rules. Okay, a thumb rule for finding a solution. Finding a solution in the sense you already have some experience on this particular area, on this particular problem, and you use the experience to find a new solution. Okay, maybe for example I can say, you already had an experience in Ooty. Okay, you visit all the places in Ooty. Now you are going alone. Okay, last time you went with your family. Now you are going alone. This time you feel very easy because the place is very familiar. You are using your experience to solve your problem. Being alone is not a problem, and you're just moving on to the each places you want to visit, and you are very comfortable with being alone. So that is what called heuristic. It is a more general strategies. It's derived from your experience. Okay, general strategies, right? Okay. So the next slide, sir. Working backward. Okay, okay. So working backward. So working backward, it's very simple. Um, we go from the from the last stage. Okay, so for example, you have one problem that you are going to have a movie night with your friend, and the movie is at 11 o'clock. Now you have to decide at what time you have to start from your place. What will you do? It is a one scenario, day to day scenario. What you will do? Your movie time is 11 o'clock, and how you calculate the reaching time? Hmm? It's very easy in the working backward. So 11 o'clock is a movie time. So I will take 20 minutes to travel, and I also want to take a ticket. So that will take nearly 20 minutes. So 20 minutes, 11 to 20 minus பண்ணோம்னா 10:40. 10:40 to 20 minutes is 10:20, and you have to have your dinner. It will take around 30 minutes. So 9:50, and you have to get ready, and it will take 30 minutes. Again it will take 9:20. So at least by 9 o'clock you have to start preparing for your movie night. Okay, this is what working backward. So from the backward, you start working on your timing. Okay. So in case if the solution is already there and you have to find the path, means you can go with the working backward technique. Yes, sir. Next slide. Okay, trial and error. Okay. So the next one is organizing the problem. Sorry about the mistake. Organizing the problem. It is also one important technique you have to learn. In case if you are undergone a lots of problem, you will not know how to solve a problem because it's very clumsy. You feel it's very puzzled, right? So in that case, what you have to do it, you have to organize the problem. Maybe next week you have to submit 4 assignments. Okay, that is one problem, and you also have one culturals in your college. So you have 5 commitments in the next week. But this week you have very hectic week. Every day you have a practicals, you have record work, everything. Now you have to organize your problem. You have to prioritize the problem. So which assignment you have to submit first? Which one is the second one? Likewise, you have to organize the problem, and you have to find which one is more important than other one. Okay, compared to event, compared to your college function, which is important assignment or not. So that is how you have to organize the problem. And problem solving by insight, it is very easiest one. Suddenly you will get the solution for the problem. Okay, so the principle is called eureka. Archimedes once used this word eureka. So finding solutions based on the insight. Maybe தூங்கிட்டு இருக்கும்போது suddenly you will know, yes, நான் இங்கே தான் அதை வச்சேன். Somewhere you miss your places or miss your things, and you can't remember where you miss the thing. So this is what called solving by insight. Okay. So the next one is the last one. I think it's the last one. Analogy. Analogy, any idea what is analogy? Analogy, any idea? Analogies are nothing but a similarities. Okay. Maybe for an instant, I can say previously you had some experience on the same situation, and now also you're going to undergo the same situation. Okay, so based on that, based on the experience, based on the similar kind of situation, you are now solving the problem, means that is called analogies. Okay, analogs. It's called analogs, right? Okay, so do you have any doubts in techniques? Any doubt? So far, do you have any doubt? You're almost in the end. Do you have any doubt? Okay. Since you are doing your nursing, do you know which brain areas responsible for this problem solving, especially for problem solving, brain area? Yes or no? Critical areas, huh? It's not critical areas. Prefrontal cortex. Okay. So prefrontal cortex is a responsible area, and particularly speaking, your anterior cingulate cortex. Anterior cingulate cortex is helpful for solving potential problems. Okay, fine. Yes, sir. Next slide. I think it's an activity slide. I don't think so. We have time. Okay, so we'll move on to the end notes. It's already
No problem.
11.
நீங்க கொடுங்க activity. They will be there.
Kuduklama, is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, okay, fine. So we'll do one activity. Are you all ready?
Students,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what you have to do is you have to draw an island. Okay, this is your own island, an island, right? And you can add whatever the things you want to add in your island. And you can decide who all are come into your island and who can't get into your island. These are the two questions I have. The first one is what are the things you will have in your island, and the second one is who can come and who cannot get into this. Are you all doing? You have 5 minutes for this. Are you all doing? Yes. சரி இன்னொரு கிளிக் பண்ணுங்களேன் அதுல இன்னொரு இமேஜ் வரும். Yes sir. You have 5 minutes for this activity. Eleven three. You have to wind up the site. Are you all done? At least one of you from your side turn on your mic and you can share your information related to island. What is there in your island? What are the things you want? And you can get who can get into your island? At least one. I need at least only one person from your side. No one? Okay. Okay, fine. So the purpose of this activity, it is a one major activity in art therapy sessions. It is a important indicator. What are the things you miss in your life, and it will give information about whom you like the most and you whom you don't want in your life. Okay, so you will get the answer for these two questions from this activity. Yes. So next slide, sir. That is our end slide, I think so. Yes, we are in the end note. Next slide, sir. In the end note, I want to share you few positive things about create. Before that, we have one slide, sir. No, before that, we have one slide. Okay, okay. No issues, sir. No issues. So we have few benefits of being creative. Okay. So the first benefit is it is multidisciplinary. You can use this creativity, out of box thinking in any discipline. It is not only for psychology, only for nursing. Okay. So it also reduce your stress and anxiety, and it will give them feeling of accomplishment and pride, right? And it is also promote risk taking behaviors, and it is a positive risk taking behavior. And again, we can say creativity encourages us to be a lifelong learner. Every time you want to learn something, once you are doing this out of box thinking, you will learn lot of things. You want to explore so many things. That is also one benefit. Another one is it also improve your ability to focus. Okay, and it also gives a sense of purpose, and it is a fun filled one. So these are the few things related to this out of box thinking, and hopefully you understand the basic techniques of problem solving and what are the benefits of out of box thinking. Yes, that's all. Thank you so much. If you have any question, any queries, you can ask me. You have any doubt? Guys, you have any doubt? In case no, no issues, we can wind up.
Students, do you have any doubts, any queries? All are switch on your videos. Good morning, all. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have witnessed it as a memorable and successful event. On behalf of our institution, first and foremost, I thank our today's speaker, Ms. M.K. Kuralamudu, Assistant Professor, Department of Psychology, PSG College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore, who despite her busy schedule has found time to grace this occasion. I wish to thank Dr. Jayasudha A, who is really a guiding and constant motivating force behind our endeavor. I thank all the distinguished invitees present here accepting our invitations. I sincerely thank our IIC members of this online session who have always been a great support behind this event. I may like to express our sincere thanks to principal and management of different institutions who have been motivating the faculty and students to make this online session as a successful event. Thank you, everyone.